Welcome to Home Farm. This is where we begin your journey through time. Encountering the sights and evocative smells of Home Farm, as well as meeting its many fascinating characters, all eager to share their stories with you. And they have a lot of stories to tell, spanning over 400 years of farming history. It all began here, back in 1694, when this great barn, where you are standing now, the first of the farm buildings, was constructed. It was useful for many things, storing crops such as grain and hay up here where you stand, and sheltering livestock downstairs. Tenant farmers would come here to pay part of their rent with their harvest. Around it sprang up more buildings. The Dovecote was built about 50 years later and was home to a staggering 1,200 doves. They provided meat for the family in the big house and were probably unpopular with tenant farmers, as they would fly off to feed on their crops. The dove droppings provided valuable fertiliser for the farmland and was stored in one of the archways below the Dovecote. The other archway was the stonemason's workshop, perhaps the smelliest workshop in the yard. The farm continued to grow through the 1700s, and an inventory list of 1808 records its many assets, including 4 milk cows, 38 oxen, 7 cart horses, 63 sheep, and even a bull killed for the poor on New Year's Day. Soon there was a dairy, slaughterhouse, poultry yard, and even a brew house, brewing beer for the staff. Blacksmiths, joiners, and plumbers' workshops provided support for the whole estate. As you explore the farm, you'll be able to meet some of these craftspeople and find out more about their life and work. In 1922, Leeds Corporation, now known as Leeds City Council, became the proud owner of Temple Newsome Estate and Home Farm, where they built a dairy to supply clean, disease-free milk to local schools and hospitals. However, by 1968, it was no longer economical to produce milk, and the farm closed, leaving the buildings abandoned. After a short time, the farm opened again in 1978 as a home for the horses and dogs of West Yorkshire Police. This time, visitors were welcome too. By the 1980s, the farm underwent a remarkable transformation, evolving into one of Europe's largest rare breed farms. It became home to a variety of rare farm animals, such as Vaynol cows, ancient breeds of sheep, and golden Guernsey goats. The historic buildings were meticulously restored, and visitors were invited to experience them as they once were. New life was breathed into Home Farm once again, and now it's your turn to experience all it has to offer. Listen to every creak of ancient timber, the leaves rustling, the cattle lowing, and life resonating through Home Farm as we invite you to be part of its enduring tale. We hope you enjoy your visit.